Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to Just Gaming. Today we're going to play some more Legionbound. We got a few more biomes to get through. Let's check out what the name of the next one is. We were in the Frozen Depths last time, so we're in the Ruined Chapel. I think I called it the Ruined Citadel last time, but Ruined Chapel sounds pretty cool. When we select it, you'll see, we definitely have quite an increase in stats for the enemies. We get a bunch more skill gems. Last time we were in play, we opened up the barkeep. So I assume the barkeep's gonna like toss mugs and stuff. Has the little Arnold Schwarzenegger pose there where you're putting your arm out for a bodybuilding pose. I like it. I do really like all the pixels and animations. It's interesting to see, what everyone's doing on these, like the wizard here stares into the crystal ball. It's pretty cool. All right, let's go back to the main menu. So we have some skill tree points to spend. We did earn quite a bit. We had left off with like maybe 400, so we earned a little over 17,000 in our last run. To review here, we've gone ahead and selected the keystone here in the defense node. Just improve defense on everybody and health skills and grant additional 5% bonus. It seems pretty cool because my guys seem to survive a lot better. This node here was of interest because of the heroes recover 5% health at the start of each wave. You can get up to, I think, 25% here. And also, I'm wondering if this impacts those nodes there. Not sure. I think it might because it's in between these two. So kind of some cool stuff there. 10% speed boost. Ooh, that's really good. How much is that? 1,000? Yeah, we'll go and grab those. So 30% speed boost sounds really good. Other thing I was going to do is increase my mana regen. That was ridiculous how much mana we get. So I'm good just going all into that. Let's check out what we got over here. So I was looking this side. 10% extra on kill. This is the barbarian. I wasn't sure about keeping this one. So I'm going to take that one off. This one I wanted to get as well. Strength-based characters, a 5% chance to deal double damage before criticals. Thought that was pretty cool. And this is a keystone here. Improve strength skills, grant an additional 5% strength. So we can get into that keystone if we wanted to, but it's 10,000, so I don't think we can get into it just yet. One thing I was interested in was saving up for this. That one's a good one, duplicate every other item. But this one here, items are 25% cheaper. Just as some general keystones to play with until we kind of settle in on something. The keystone here, 3% health regen. And then what was this one? Heroes gain 5% lifesteal when below. So kind of some cool stuff going on. I think what I'm going to do though is just kind of continue to improve these skills where you get, they're cheap, these 10% boost to magic. So let's do that. Just going to grab these just to get those cheap updates. Then we have 3 left. I think we can work our way up the deck side too. I've already done this for strength. You can see I took strength all the way to just before the keystone. I did this for the defense, and we've done this for the constitution. So I'm trying to get these just pushed up just because I think just having your overall stats at a better level is going to benefit everybody, so having, your magic based characters have all that extra. This is actually all heroes get 10% boost to magic, but the most of the benefit is going to be with the magic users specifically. So pretty cool. Let's return here. All right, so we're going to hit the new game. Party select is going to be where we're going to go first. Now, last time I played the monk. So the monk, Axeman I did like. Not sure if the barkeep, not sure who's going to synergize, right? So the monk, we don't know the monk's synergy yet. It could be the barkeep, but I'm not sure out of these 3. The gunslinger is somebody that I can unlock on the tree. I chose to not. I'm going to take the priest out and put the barkeep in. So let's try that. So the monk, barkeep, we have the axeman. The axeman is the warrior, right? Yeah. So we got the warrior. We do have a wizard. I do want to find these synergies. So, I would like to figure out, who they synergize with. So we'll keep them both in. Might not be the most awesomest party, but it's all right. She heals. She throws things, and she also gives extra speed to folks. So has an aura as well. So I think this looks like a decent party to send out. Let's go to the ruined chapel. Let's get this started here. So again, the first thing I do, I let things come in, get things started, and then look to position. So I'm going to leave him there. The axeman, I'm going to scoot a little closer. The wizard, I'm going to scoot back. We do have our magic dude here. Let's go with that. I don't think she's magic, but she has the ability to kind of heal. But I just want her in the back row until I figure out what's going on. The paladin, I'm going to go with here. Armor, let's put him there. Actually, I'm going to move the armor down a little bit. Actually, I did put the armor kind of more in the front before, I think. And then I put the apothecary here. So we kind of got the paladin, apothecary. We've got some auras here for healing. Let's throw the cleric close to the mage. And let's put the barkeep right here in the middle. Put the cleric up there. So we have an aura, group back here. You can see there. Aura group in the middle, which covers these guys. We've got this monk. I think we're going to just throw the monk here for now. Probably move her later. But for now, I think it'll be, we already got the synergy. It must be the barkeep. What is her synergy? It's got to be the barkeep, right? Can I do glossary? Barkeep, yep. Okay, so we know the monk synergy is now the barkeep. We got the barkeep too. It's the barkeep synergy. Herbalist, okay. So, that didn't take long. We figured out both of the synergies there. We have both of them in the party. So that's pretty cool. Now, before we go and start, I always like to go to the higher screen, see what we have available. We have 4 characters that we do not currently have. I do like the peasant, the knight. Yeah, so let's go grab that. I'm not opposed to grabbing all of these characters. So we just grab 4 characters right off the bat. You have to unpause, let them come in, and then you can kind of reposition them. Go ahead and throw the peasant here. Actually, I might throw the peasant kind of out here on his own. Artificer, throw back here. The knight, I kind of want in a good aura area. So still is front row. You can see they colored the circles. So that's something they did to make the rows more definitive. They weren't colored before. So you can see the front row is that kind of orange color, back row is blue color. So you kind of get a handle on where you're putting your characters. Let's put the brawler there for now. Okay, we have everybody set up. There's nothing else of interest in the higher screen. I'm not going to get the confusion spell. The comet spell was really good last time. I'm not sure if it's going to be as good this time, but we'll see what the higher screen brings us. So we'll unpause and get going. Now I do kind of speed up here in the beginning a little bit because there's not a whole lot going on. But I definitely want to get to that next higher screen. I haven't seen these tankers. That might be from the barkeep. We get these little tankards coming out. That's definitely new. I'm just going to speed it up to get through this. The very beginning, there's not a lot going on. You're kind of just collecting some gold. Things are dying real quick. Your guys are leveling up. You really don't have a ton going on. What you're interested in is this higher screen. So we got 176 gold, and we don't have an axeman. We don't have a warrior. We have a monk. So I'm actually need both of these. So I'm going to go ahead and get the axeman first. I don't think we have... we already had an axeman. Darn it. Forgot we kept him. We should get enough money to grab that warrior, I hope. Kind of speed it up a little bit. When we get 170-ish, 180-ish, we should have enough. So we shouldn't have any problem getting the warrior here. Nice. Right, so warrior's hired. That staff might be something keen to keep an eye on. Go ahead and put the warrior there. They're pretty tanky, and he's within the paladin's aura. I would like him probably where the monk is better. But I was keeping the warrior up front in the last game. Now, in the last game, we had a very interesting idol that came up, which was plus 40% HP, minus 20% XP. So we got a ton of extra hit points, and we just leveled a little slower. Now, I really thought that was quite good. I'm going to grab both of these. I'm going to grab another Guardian. Hero Seal slightly when buffed. I did take a bunch of those last time. So here I am going to exchange with the Monk. Monk, I'm going to move. I'm going to run out of some of the aura spaces here, but moment we'll put her there. Let's collect some of this. What else do we have here? Barkeep. I'm not going to buy another Barkeep or another Brawler. I like that just in these general runs where I'm running a zone for the first time, new biome. I like to keep things pretty varied. So you don't have to. You can play how you enjoy. But I like to keep things varied because I'm trying to find out the synergies. On this particular run, I did find out the synergies right when I started. So I happened to have all the synergy characters kind of together, which was good. Let's check. I like all of this stuff. Plus 10 defense. I do like that. And do I have enough for the ranger? I do. Do I have enough for swashbuckler? Not quite yet. I wouldn't mind getting all of those. The ranger is really nice. I'm kind of okay with him sitting back here. Yeah. Let's grab a swashbuckler and just extra XP. I'm not particularly sold on that particular item, but what did we buy? We bought a swashbuckler. I don't want the swashbuckler kind of going to town right up front, but we'll put him there and see how he does. So we have 19 characters. We're doing pretty good on characters. Last time I had a plethora of items, so I had more items than anything. Heal spell, another paladin. I do like over paladining, so I would like to get a priest as well. So my current paladin's here. I'm going to throw another paladin right here. We're going to start that paladin line. That worked out real well for us last time. I'm going to move the swashbuckler down here. Now that we have another paladin, I'm going to put him in the back. Another paladin, I'm going to throw the warrior here. So we have the bulwarks in the middle, kind of tanking and wanting to get hit. We did get an upgrade on one of them, so we got the bulwark is here, and the see the axeman is up, or the lumberjack is up to an axeman now. Getting some synergies rolling. I think I missed the character I wanted to get, but that's okay. I can get another cleric, healer's charm. I'm okay with that. I'd kind of rather have another cleric than another priest, but the priest helps get some synergies going that I don't have active just yet. I do need a priest for the paladin, so I do need to keep an eye. So all these synergies is what I'm going through here. I'm going to slow it down a little bit, make sure nobody else is needing synergies. Synergies is where your character has this yellow bar here tick up, and they kind of transform their class into their kind of pinnacle class, I guess, as far as synergies go. Not sure what the actual word is, but let's look for a priest. We'll snag a barbarian because we have a brawler, so that'll be good. Getting extra 10% strength. I don't have enough for that yet. Where did the barbarian go? Did I buy it? I did. All right, hold on. Oh, I have it in like 3 speed. Oh, right up front. No. All right, we'll put it here so he's within a paladin buff. We do have the brawler, so the brawler is getting him ready. Let's get the fine weapons. Increase action gauge by 1%. We might get one of those later. Fine weapons I like because we do have a lot of strength heroes. We can build up another aura zone back here. But you see the paladin. I want one more paladin for up here, and I want a priest so we can right. So priest so we can get down to business with the paladins as far as their synergy are concerned. The Great Worm, it looks like a purple worm from the old D&D days. That's really cool throwback. Yeah, very cool. It's even the same. I know it's a a reverse S here, but it looks like the coiled worm that was on some old Dungeons and Dragons pictures in the monster manual and stuff from back in the day. That's really cool. Dungeons and Dragons has changed quite a bit, but kept a lot of its core principles over the years. So it's kind of cool to think back to the yesteryears. Boy, he is not going down fast. It's like he's healing and stuff. I have a priest. Ooh, a sorcerer. So we got that. We can get the potion. You always want to buy this savior potion, in my opinion, because it just saves one of your guys from dying. So being able to just have one of your guys not die and then heal up is really good. So I'm going to grab that sorcerer. I'm going to pause for a second. Grab the sorcerer. I want him within this shield mage field because he adds extra magic. Let's see what else. We're at 974. Pause. Then we get a little over 1,000. We could grab that samurai too. Yeah. Samurai and rogue. So I'll need to find a rogue, but as far as the samurai is concerned, let's throw him here. Come on. Yeah. Just so he's under that paladin aura over here. We've got some synergies going. We get our apothecary. We get another bulwark here. We get the ranger to level up to a snapshot. I don't think we have any more. Yeah, I like to pause it and let everything clear. Then we can check on some folks. You can kind of run your mouse over everybody, see if anybody's in health trouble. Pretty good. Now our hire did flip again, so we'll have to check the hire once we get probably about 1,200. It's not really worth checking before then. So 1328. The reason I say that is I saw, the last guy I bought was like 1.08 or something. Now we don't have a battle mage, so getting a battle mage would be good. I'm just going to do that now. So the battle mage right up front doesn't sound like a good idea, so I'm put her kind of in the middle. She does not have an aura, right? She doesn't. I'll keep her there for now. That's a good aura spot though, because I get a lot of characters with a new aura. Wow, these worms, pretty wild. Do I have any spell? I don't have any access to spells. That's all XP. So let this kind of churn. See, my guys are starting to die because I'm not able to kill these guys. Yikes. This level is much harder than I had appeared. That great worm just keeps healing. Let's get another. I still don't have a spell. I'm going to refresh and see if I can get. Okay, Frost Nova. So we get a spell. Gets our mana active. We don't have enough for anything else, but having the mana active, I'm going to slow this down to base speed. And we've got a mana here. I'm going to freeze them. Okay, we've got our barbarian level or synergizing. We got a Templar, Artificer, the warrior, and the shield mage goes up to a bastion. All right, so that you see that frost kind of helped there, I believe, because everything just died pretty quickly. Okay, our battle mage is leveled up to an enchanter. Okay, so let's see what we got. Yeah, I'm taking this again. But charge speed is reduced. So you don't get your ultimates faster, but 40% HP is ridiculous. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. It's kind of a repeat of the last game, but that's the most powerful idol that I've kind of seen. I do like the regenerating one too. Ooh, what is that? That must be the witch. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't read the message down here. It pops up two things. Pretty sure it was the witch. All right, we have some money. So Samurai, Smith, Brawler, block magical damage. I'm good with that. We have a spell now, so we do want to keep using it. And look at our mana regen. Our mana regen is plus 50%. So you see how fast it comes back compared to having no improvement on the skill tree. Without improvement on the skill tree, it is really slow. So here, We did use our savior potion, and we still had our peasant die. But I'm gonna get this firebomb. It's really good. Ring of warning. When enemies appear, that's actually kind of cool. I need the rogue. I'm gonna go ahead and buy this ring of warning too, just to kind of get some gauge going. Now this rogue here. Might throw the rogue right here and get under a bunch of auras and try and keep it alive. Obviously not as strong as some of the other characters, but from a defensive posture, we do need to replace that peasant here. Yeah, I think the rest of that I'm just going to let sit. Yeah, we'll go ahead and just churn and get some money. Would like to pick up some of those. There's an item up here that you can get it looks like a necklace that it says chance to gain 1% chance to gain coins when enemy is killed with a physical strike. And I found that actually generated a ton of money. So I think that would be good. So we did have a character die this time. In the last biome, we had no one die. The entire 100 levels. I think we got to 104. So if anybody die until right towards the end. So barkeep, samurai, shield deflection's really good. So I'm gonna grab that. Heroes gain 5% increased chance for both to block physical damage. This improved stabs has 10% magic. I'm good with that too. Some more XP. I'm just gonna skip that. I'm gonna refresh and see what kind of characters. Oh, here it is. So I definitely want the priest, and I want to get this duelist as well. And that plate armor would be good too. Where did the priest go? The priest is here. I'm actually going to throw the priest kind of right here. Get these guys buffed up. Actually, I'm going to put it here for the moment. We're going to get a lot more guys buffed up. So if 2,000, I think I need 2,900. So not too far off of getting the duelist in play. Paladin synergy should be working now. I believe the paladin, yeah, there's a paladin synergy. Let's grab the duelist before I forget to go get him again. Oh wait, I need 900. Sorry. Shouldn't be too long. Looks like we got some like vampires or banshees or something there. That's kind of cool. All right, let's get this duelist. I miss out on the plate armor. I don't like it, but you know what it is. A lot of gold there. How much do I need for the plate armor? 3,200. I don't think that's going to happen. I'd love to get that paladin too, but so 5,000 skill gems already. I think we left off with about 700. So skill gem accumulation is going well. We'll let it get to about 4,000 gold, and then we'll check what we got on the higher screen. First ascension here. You can see what we can get here. Now I tell you what, I did like the priest and the Templar, but I only have one priest, and I don't think he's ascended yet. Enchanter. So what about, I only have one wizard. I haven't found a druid yet, so they're not up there. What do I have duplicates of? I do have duplicates of a cleric. Yes. And I have duplicates of axeman. So we're going to make a cleric axeman for whatever that is. Sounds like an interesting mix. I will heal you with my axe. Divine chopper. I love that. Where did the divine chopper comes down from the heavens? Let's put the divine chopper here. It looks like they have, do they have an aura? No. Let's get as many auras as we can. The paladin is over here too, so let's throw it there for the time being. This monk can scoot down for the time being. All right, so the goal right now is I need to find a druid, which is not here. Ooh, this Ring of Health is really nice. We're going to grab that for more hit points. Well, I'd love to have both of those too, but money, money. All right, so we're going to unpause. Go ahead and throw a couple of those out. Get some easy money here. Okay, so we can get one of our paladins up to a Templar. I'd like to find 2 more paladins and a druid here. It's, relatively soon. It's not an emergency, but it would be nice. Samurai is going to upgrade to a ninja. It's pretty cool. The rogue is working on assassin over here. Says we've got a refresh. Let's just check it. Oh, druid. Yeah. So we want the druid. We want savior potion. I'm going to grab the savior potion now just in case. That healer charm would be nice too. And I've never had multiple sorcerers, but I don't think we know the synergy for the sorcerer yet, right? So the sorcerer is probably the witch. Or it could be the tax collector, but we got 2 characters that we really don't know yet because we just unlocked the witch and we don't have access. And also, when you unlock them, they don't. So far, I've never seen them just pop up in the higher screen right after you lock them. You have to begin the game with them on the party selection screen. They could have changed that, but I doubt we'll see the witch pop up in here. But I'm not opposed to it. I like seeing how all these classes interact. I like seeing their synergies and their ultimates, and it's pretty cool. All right, so we have 8,900. Did we miss the druid? I was talking and missed the druid. Darn it. Okay, well, is what it is. Mercenary. We do need a mercenary. Ooh, yeah, Bloodsoak Charm. We're just gonna get this stuff. Sorry, I was chatting and getting excited about the conversation there and missed the druid. Now the druid's important for this one wizard. I would like the wizard to get up to mages, but we'll find it eventually. We got the priest going up to a bishop. Ascension bars cranking up a little bit there. All right, so new groups out. Let's go ahead and frost some of them. 4,900. I would love this again. Let's go ahead and get another one of those. So we have 2 of the fine weapons and 2 of the healing charms. The healing charms extra, or you get healed when you're buffed. So there's a lot of buffs going on, a lot of heals going on here. I don't see anybody in hit point trouble, which is good. Everyone's got a lot of hit points from that idol. Our second paladin is now a Templar. Again, I would like another paladin for up here. I have at least 3 paladins in this, what I'm calling the paladin line. I'd love to get another apothecary down here and start the apothecary line here. But we're all kind of waiting on this table here. Speaking of, let's unpause it. It should refresh here relatively soon. Trying to go through this one a little faster than the last one. Of deflection. Here's going to increase for block, herbalist, bard. Oh, I need a bard for sure. Bard levels up the monk. Let's go and get another herbalist because I was talking about an herbalist line. Yeah, so you can see the green there. And then the bard, I'm going to put right in the middle here. Don't think there's a spot here. Yeah, right here. And the bard will help the monk. The herbalist will just help in general. So herbalist will help in general just to kind of keep some heals going. Go ahead and freeze a bunch of stuff here. So far, so good. We got a boss coming up. So I wouldn't mind getting another character here soon if we could. What is our character cost right now? 40. So about 5K on the next refresh, I believe. Got full mana, so let's go ahead and crank some Frost Novas down. Really do like this Frost Nova spell. The Comet spell was really good too. I don't care for the Chain Lightning. You do it and it doesn't seem to have much of an effect. I'm thinking it stuns the enemies, so they're just kind of standing there a little bit, but the Frost seems to do more, in my opinion. But maybe not. I would have to, kind of go back and check and see what the actual outcomes of those things were, but visually it looks like it's better than the lightning. So all heroes gain 5% action charge speed. I'm okay with that. It's gonna take up most of my money, but it just flipped, and don't think I'm gonna buy any more of those characters. So, all right, boss is out. This time it's an exemplar. Looks kind of scary. 8.1 million. Hold, I've got a brawler that's ready to go up. Everybody else is okay. Let's go ahead and freeze him for a little bit. This is also what I like. You can actually freeze the boss. And when it has that little icicle hanging down, you can see it's frozen. So you know it's affecting the boss. Let's freeze him again. You see the little icicle here. It's not a long freeze, but I think it gives you a little bit of chance to get folks recovered and healed back up while he's kind of just sitting here. Again, why I like the Frost Nova. The Comet was really good too, because the Comet would come down, do damage, and then also create a fire field, which would continue to do like a DOT. All right, let's check the higher screen. Sorcerer, Brawler, Swashbuckler. Give me my Druid back. Come on. Here I think I'm going to refresh and see if I can get a Druid to pop up. Drunken Fist. Oh, that must be the Monk's upgrade. I haven't seen that yet. Thieves Charm. I was talking about this earlier. So let's get the Thieves Charm, see if we can get some money rolling in. Wouldn't mind. I need a Druid. Wouldn't mind getting another Drunken Fist, but that must be the monk here, right? Yeah. So the monk already leveled up. I just didn't know what the name of it was. And the barkeep turned into what? Alchemist. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, ha ha ha. I like that. Trickster. Anybody else? Nope, we're good. All right, so let's go ahead and freeze that area again. We got him down to about half. We really haven't seemed to have been messed up. Nobody died. We have our savior potion still. Last boss, we did have a bunch of like other kind of mini bosses pop in. They really messed us up a little bit. They activated our savior potion and ended up killing our peasant. So we don't have a peasant anymore, which means we won't get a protagonist, which is the synergy upgrade class for the peasant. So we're on the lookout for peasants and druids at the moment. So I don't like this one. All other heroes lose 30%. Seems a little rough. I don't like this invulnerability spell, so we're going to do this. Heroes are about to die. Immediately regain all health. Triggers once per hero, then their stats are reduced by 20. Kind of an extra way to save your character. Another thing is if you get two really bad idols and you don't want them, just take the spell if you have a spell. Even if you're not going to use it, it doesn't hurt you. It's just kind of there. But I'm going to take the second chances. So beat wave 50, we did that. So we opened up the next zone. We got our herbalist up to an apothecary. I don't think anybody else is glowing. Let's check the higher screen before it pops over. Actually, I'm going to buy another herbalist. That way we've got our herbalist line sustained. I'm going to move the cleric down here. Move it there. And then I'll put this other herbalist right here. So this is what I'm talking about, an herbalist line. You see that line that's around the herbalist here? You see these circles, how they're all interconnected now, that exact same color. We've got one here, here, and here. We've got an herbalist line. So everything in this block here is being healed by the herbalist all the time. I would like one more paladin, and we'll have a significant paladin line. They have the blue line. So I have two of them, but I like have a third one up here, and then you've got everybody on the front line getting healed there. That seems to be fairly effective. Let's undo this and smack these guys. Sure. All right. So swashbuckler, cleric, wizard, still. Oh, another thieves charm. I'm going to grab this because money. 5% chance at criticals. Ooh, I would like the wizard and the cleric and the amulet. The swashbuckler I can live without, but let's go ahead and freeze some stuff. We got mana. The mana regen is so good. It lets you kind of really be more interactive with the spells. And you can just push the 1 key on your keyboard to activate this, and then you just place it where you want. So for instance, I can do it very quickly without having to click. If you have the spell selected and you don't want to cast it, just click your right hand button or your right mouse button and it will kind of go away. A lot of stuff out. I'll just freeze them and let this kind of crank back up. Higher screen's about to continue. Samurai, Drunken Fist, Barkeep. We still don't have a druid, but we did get this Ring of Health. I really like those. I'm going to refresh early, see if we can get a druid. That is a negatory. Oh, another Thieves Charm, though. Let's grab it. So now we have 3 Thieves Charms. Before I had 5 of them on one game. 1% chance to cause a target to drop coins with a physical attack. You have a lot of physical attacks going on here. What I noticed with 5 of them is I just had such immense amounts of money. Not immense, but I was never really in a position where I was like, oh man, I don't have any money, you know. And you kind of get into that in some games where your money's just not there. So this is a 3% chance to cause coins to drop when you just hit them with a physical attack. So I think that's pretty good. Kind of just, I guess, ringing their purse a little bit. So we got our apothecary upgraded. I don't think anybody else is there. Wait till a new one comes out. It's already back up to 10,000. Just drop a frostbomb there and there. Yeah. So we'll check this higher when it flips. Also note we're up to 8,600 skill gems. So Barkeep, Peasant, and Knight. We said we wanted a Peasant. Let's go and grab that. Let him come in. I'm going to put the Peasant. I'm going to put the Peasant up here. So he's under some auras. Let's do the Ascension. So the Ascension we got to be careful with. We don't want to eliminate anybody we only have one of. We do have, I don't want to do the apothecaries. We have one barbarian, right? One priest. We have multiple tricksters, right? Do we? Bard. We used our extra Axeman last time. Brawler. Knight. Do we have multiple knights? I don't see multiple knights. Yeah, I really don't want to mess up our synergies. Do I just let this sit? Wizard synergy from the wizard. I'm not sure who the enchanter one is. So maybe we'll do samurai. I'm going to go ahead and do the artificer and the battle mage. Let's check these 2 out. I've not done anything like this before, so we'll see what it does. Rune Rot Thaumaturge. Interesting. Okay, not opposed to that. We did lose 2 classes. However, no aura on this one. So I'm going to move her back here a little bit. Yeah, I'll put her right there. And that might be a prime spot for another aura character, but for now, she's under a lot of auras. Anybody to hire? No. So let's go and see how this goes. So get back on the keyboard here and look to do some frost stuffs. We're a little over, we're at 60 wave. At wave 100, the big guy comes out and just starts killing us. And you can continue to play pretty far into that. I think I got to like wave 104, but eventually he just kills you. At least that's what I've seen thus far. If you've been able to kill him, let me know, because I don't think he's killable. At least in this mode. Maybe the adventure mode is different. Okay, we almost got the higher flipped. I don't think anybody's synergized. Nope. Higher flip, let's check that out real quick. Snapshot, Cleric, Rod of Healing, Ray of Criticals, Assassin's Charm. Let's see these guys. Damage. I'm going to do the healing one. And then I'm going to do a refresh and see if we can find that druid. That's interesting. didn't refresh this one. I'm going to just close for now. Who did we purchase? Oh, we purchased an item. We purchased this healing. Okay. So we'll have some bosses coming up here at 75 as well, or a boss, I'm not sure. There's been a lot of multi monster boss groups that come up, you know, where there's one big boss and then there's a couple of kind of elites or epics or, you know, whatever you want to call them. Not sure what the real reference is in this game, but you have the big boss and you have the two smaller bosses that are helping out. Go ahead and freeze some stuff here. 33,000. You see how much the money is really accumulating now? I think that's part of those items we picked up. I'm going to grab another Axeman. I do like their single target damage, and we did lose one of our Axemen to the Ascension. So I'm going to, and this one's already upgraded, so doesn't have to upgrade, doesn't have to do anything, just go out there and start smacking face. So really good single target damage, and just I think it's good against the bosses. Check the higher screen. You know, we still have our potion, we still have our bomb. Just whenever a new wave comes out, just I'm freezing stuff, seeing if that helps. It seems to do okay. I'm keeping it on double speed, so it is going a little fast. But I'll slow it down here when the boss gets here. I'm going to pause it for a second. Nobody needs synergy. I just like to look every once in a while, see if anybody's synergy level has been met. All right, we got Wizard, Herbalist, Cleric. Oh, come on. All right, I'm going to refresh again. I got my 3 Herbalists. I have multiple Clerics. Let's refresh. Come on, Druid. There we go. So we got our Druid. Now our Mage can level up. I'm going to leave everything else here for the moment. I wouldn't mind getting another Shield Mage if I could. Put the Druid here. And put her there. All right, so the Druid's going to have its aura. Druid aura. Allies in range suffer reduced debuff duration. So, you know, if I get any debuffs, go away faster. One thing I would like to find in this items is the items that make your heroes immune to stun and immune to slow. I haven't seen those rings pop up yet. I think they are very important to have. So that way your heroes aren't kind of standing around or attacking slower. You can kind of keep your heroes, you know, active all the time. Since we found the Druid, I'm going to go ahead and get another Wizard. We only have one Shield Mage, so I'm trying to squeak it into its aura there to increase magic damage. Let's go ahead, and I don't have enough mana because I have some stuff frozen here. Let's freeze them again. No one's dead. We still have our potion. Kind of want to keep an eye on that, you know, as far as, you know, do I still have my backup potion? Because someone can sneakily die all of a sudden. You know, just gets hit with a bunch of stuff and ends up dying. So it's a good idea to keep an eye on that potion to see if you have gotten a sneaky death here. So improved staffs is some more magic damage. I'm going to grab that. It's experience points. I'm not going to grab another one of those characters. So our wizards are almost leveled up here. All right, so we got a magus now. We'll have a second magus here soon. Our druid's kicking. Or actually the synergy resets once you use one on one of the classes. All right, we'll let that flip before we start to investigate that again. Let's freeze a bunch of these guys. Druid is almost there. The druid turns into, I forget. I have to see what that is. You have a lot of money now, so the druid's a level. So something that I would like to see in this game. So going forward, just while we're here and thinking about it, I was thinking about the druid. Like the druid had like if we had like a werebear form that actually charged out and interacted, with these guys. I know it's a lot to ask, but as the game moves forward with like a DLC or something, they've sold 30,000 copies in a week, so the game's done pretty well. And it looks like people are interested in it, purchasing it. I think some interaction between the two, other than just the pixel, explosions and stuff like that. Having like some of the characters have the ability, like maybe the druid can transform into a werebear and charge across the screen, and everybody in that line gets hit, and then just pops right back up behind and assumes its station again. I think stuff like that would be pretty cool. Having like the ascended classes, especially like if you did a magus, which is the lightning guys, and say I don't know, like a bulwark or something. They become like a Zeus-like character where when they're attacking, they actually rise up out of here right about when their ultimate is ready to go and just launch a thunderbolt down here. Stuff like that would be really cool in a DLC. I don't know if it can be done in this engine and how they've done it. I just think it would be pretty interesting, visually. So Ring of Warning, that's the gauge. It's not the... So Grove Keeper is what the druid turns into. Healer's Charm, when you get a buff. I'm going to go ahead and grab that. That'll make 3 of those. I'm going to refresh early and see what I can get. So I get my Paladin. I'm going to grab that. Samurai Knight, another Healer's Charm. Right, well, I'm not going to complain about that. Okay, so this Paladin, I'm going to pause it again here. I'm going to move the Monk kind of back here. First, I'm going to move the Rogue back here. Move the Monk here. Move the Paladin here. Now I have my Paladin line. I have 1, 2, 3 Paladins. They're going to heal this whole front. The Apothecaries are taking care of the middle. The back guys, they'll get some heals from the clerics and stuff, I would assume. Okay, so we got the bosses. Now this is kind of a repeat here, I think, because they might not be named the same, but I remember fighting a character that had 2 hands and a big eyeball or whatnot in the middle. So let's try and freeze that. So I saw Fell the Mighty, so that must be the Axeman, doing some chopping there. So the higher screen hasn't flipped yet. I am going to go ahead and go down to 1 speed here, so we can watch. I promise to do that for the boss because I want to try and keep track of like what's going on here. Let's freeze again. I'm assuming the boss is, the most dangerous thing on the screen here. So I'm just going to try and keep it as frozen as I can. Keep a freeze in the tank. If I had some feedback, I also think the freeze is too strong. The reason I say that is this is level 75 and my dudes are just like, meh, whatever. At least at the moment, I should be aware of what I ask for here. Yeah. And here's a good place to rack up money because note, let me pause here for a second. 1% chance to cause a target to drop coins with a physical attack. You don't have to kill them, you just have to hit them. So when you're fighting these bosses, all those physical attacks hitting the boss have chances to just generate coins. So you can really rack up quite a bit of coins here. So our Magus is almost ready back here. So no one's died because the potion is still there. Our Magus is good. I don't think we got the Paladin good. For some reason, the spacebar is not working to pause things right now, which is interesting. Not sure why. Let that recover a little bit. The peasant's almost up to a protagonist. Let's see if he can survive and thrive there. So the judge is about slowly but surely getting worked. You see how much coins we have? Look at that, 83,000. The boss isn't even dead yet. So that's what I mean by the boss levels. Your physical characters hitting the boss, it's just a money generator. It's really quite good. So pay attention to that. If you can accumulate, like at 3, last time I had 5 of these guys, and it was ridiculous. Rare barbarian, sorcerer, cleric. I'm going to grab another cleric. I'm flush, so I'm going to grab another warrior. I'm going to grab another sorcerer. What the heck? Protector shield. It's extra XP. I'm going to leave it there for the moment. So I can keep hitting the space bar to pause. We have warrior, cleric. I'm not opposed to where my characters landed there. I'm going to switch the sorcerer and see if he can get under this shield mage. I need another shield mage down here, but I haven't seen another one pop up. All right, let's freeze him again. So no one's dead, and we haven't used the potion. We're already back up to 43,000 gold. I'm going to freeze these guys down here. Nice. Slowly but surely whittling away. I don't seem to be able to freeze the main judge, but I can freeze the arm or the hand, left gauntlet. But slowly but surely working through this. All right, the peasant is ready to upgrade. Let's get him up to a protagonist. Everybody else is okay. Okay, the gauntlet's dead and the judge is dead. So we'll get an idol offering here. Ooh, the idol of giants again. Oh my gosh. That's interesting. Okay, well, if you take it once and it's good, let's take it twice. I'm gonna pause for a second here. For some reason, the space bar is still messed up. Get these guys synergized. We have an ascension. Now I have 2 warriors, so I'm going to throw a warrior over here. Let's get a warrior-oriented or a melee-oriented ascension here. I've done the axe. Oh, I've got 2 axemen. Yeah, let's do a warrior axeman. Let's do that. I've not seen that yet. Heavy swing emberblade. Oh, maybe I have done this guy before. He looks familiar. Let's unpause, see where he lands. We're going to adjust his positioning here. I think here. Are there other? I'm going to put him here, actually. He's under more auras. We have 68,000 is flipped. We've got a warrior, rogue, bishop. I have a bishop, right? Roster. Yeah. I don't want another one. Rogue warrior, haste, shield of deflection. I'm good with the shield of deflection. Wouldn't mind getting another rogue, honestly, and then see where the rogue lands. No. Let's put the rogue here for the moment and let it kind of level up. Maybe, yeah, let's do it right there. Get some auras and let it level up and get going here. I'm going to go back up to double speed since we have cleared the boss level here. Just keep some guys frozen. Start to accumulate cash again. You see how the cash is slower without the boss out? That boss just being able to wail and physical attack it, it's just generating so much gold. So keep that in mind. You at least want to pick up, 1 or 2 of these charms as you see them. They are very, very valuable, especially later on in the game when things are so expensive. Pause. And for some reason, the pausing really doesn't work with the boss. You can't hit the space bar when the boss is out. I was hitting it, but it wasn't pausing the game. I was like, what's going on? Monk, bulwark, sorcerer, shield mage. I said I wanted another shield mage, and I have enough for it. Would love that too. Where did the shield mage go? No. I'm going to put it where the rogue is. And I'm going to put the rogue down here. Things populate. Those kind of jumped in kind of strangely. Interesting. All right, freeze a bunch of these guys. The screen moving around does, if you really want to position your spells, really kind of got to try and time it, because the screen yanking around like that really kind of messes up your ability to pinpoint things. Pause there and go back in here. Healer's Charm. I'm going to get another Healer's Charm. So every time somebody's buffed, they are getting healed quite a bit, I think, at this point. So 38 heroes. I would like to add a lot more heroes here. So I think I'm going to, yeah, I've got a lot of duplicate items too. The Healer's Charm. I got 5 Healer's Charms going. It says heal slightly, but when you got 5 of them, you're probably cranking the healing there quite a bit. I don't see anybody. Look at the hit points that I have on some of these characters. 1.2 million on my bulwarks and stuff. With those double giant charms. I've never seen double idols of the same idol, so that's an interesting thing to see as well. Or at least that I've noticed, that getting 2 of those giant ones seems pretty crazy. And my ultimates are going to fire off as quickly, but I'm very, very defensive now, so I really kind of like that. I like the defensive game. Typically, you know, when I'm playing games, I like being the warrior with the big shield and stuff like that. Everybody's got their own thing. You know, some people like being the glass cannon wizards and just fireballs and magic missiles and all that stuff. But I generally like the warrior classes and stuff in games. Back in the day, the barbarian on Diablo 2. Still play Diablo 2 every once in a while. I got to break it out and try the new character. I think it was the Warlock. I purchased the DLC, but I haven't been back to it yet. So I'm probably missing out on some cool stuff. I knew there was some like super Warlock build, and I think they already nerfed it, but have to get some time and play that game as well. I've been trying to play games that are, you know, that I want to introduce to people and say, hey, this game's pretty cool. This is one of them. I do like this management and, you know, being able to interact with the spells and stuff. The spells are a lot more fun now that the mana can come back at a decent rate. You definitely help keep your folks alive. So for instance, you know, you can get a heal spell here and heal your guys, but it's very hard to see like who needs a heal here. I don't know. You gotta, it's so difficult. So what I found is just freezing groups of guys are probably better than healing, because they're not doing damage while they're frozen, and you've you know, let your heroes kind of crank on them for a bit. So fencer, spellblade, heavy weapons, that's XP. I'm gonna refresh here. Priest, apothecary, swashbuckler. Still don't know that synergy. Another Thieves Charm. I'm down with that. Let's just let that crank some more. I'm going to actually, let's see. Yeah, we got our assassin here. Look how much faster the assassin is now than the rogue. The rogue was just over here just doing really slow. Assassin's cranking now. I don't think anybody else has a synergy. Our third ascension is coming up. I was able to ascend 3 characters last time, which is another reason I want more characters out here, because when you ascend them, you gain a powerful character, right? But you lose 2 other characters. So freeze those up a little bit. Let's see what we got. I already have 3 apothecaries, so wouldn't mind having maybe an apothecary in the back here. Might not be bad. I'm kind of looking for more damage. I'd like more wizards and rogues and whatnot. Samurais would be good, so we can get some more ninjas. Look at this ninja up here with 500,000 hit points. Pretty good. We still have our potions, so no one's died. Berserker, that sounds like a good deal there. I'm going to buy the Ring of Health too. Well, I don't have enough, but let's do the Berserker. We're going to put him right here. Has almost 800k life. So I like that. Sorry if you hear the keyboard kind of snapping there when I push the buttons. Am I going to get enough to get that ring? I don't think so, fortunately. 10% extra health is really good. I don't think we're going to get to 30,000 before it flips. Hopefully we'll see it again. We got 30,000 exactly when it flipped. So Bastion, Guardian. I'm going to grab another Guardian if I can. 42.9. Coming up on the 90s. Things start to get a little rough around the 90s, but I think we're okay. I mean, we got guys in the millions of hit points, so I feel like we're all right. So here, I'm going to go ahead and hire the Guardian here. Let him, I need him in an aura area. Did I move? Oh, no, no, no. I don't want to move the paladin. Let's just put him here. He'll be under 2 paladin auras and I think the armor. So he should be okay up there. He's just, he's not a bulwark yet. So he's got to actually synergize himself up. So he only has 650 and he's out there going, hey, hit me. So if anybody dies, it's probably going to be him. But we're just going to have to live with it for the moment. See if we can get synergized. If he gets in trouble, we'll throw him in the back row. But I think he's okay. He did get debuff there. He had some sort of a debuff where he took his hit points away. It was interesting. So plate armor. We'll go ahead and grab that. Even though I keep saying I want more characters. I mean, I've got 40, so that's okay. We're at 88. I'm honestly thinking about trying out those 2 keystones. The one that makes the items in the shop cost 25% less. I think it's everything in the shop, so it might even be your characters. So everything in the shop, 25, and then duplicate every other purchase. That would be interesting. Just getting free stuff seems really good. Good with not getting anything there. Still have our potion, so no one's died. 56,000. Go ahead. Where's my mouse? Here we go. I'm going to freeze a bunch of stuff. We're at 72,000. Hidden dagger. I don't have one of these yet. I wouldn't mind another ninja, so let's go ahead and get the samurai. The dagger is 5% chance to counterattack. Well, samurai, I think I'm going to throw him back. Yikes, we're running out of space, so we're just going to have to put him where we can put him. We have 1 aura there, 2 auras here. So let's go ahead and we'll put him up front and see how he does. He does have 334 and he's not taunting, so we'll see if he can stay alive. See if he can stay alive. Overall, though, this run's going fairly well. Let's pause and see. No synergies yet. This Guardian should be close. He is. Go ahead and freeze some stuff. It's kind of hopefully even out the damage a little bit. Let's see what we got here. Duelist, Axeman, Poet, Ring of Warning now. Oh man, I wish I would get those slow and stun rings, but Frost Whisper, the Poet. So that's a Bard upgrade is the Poet. Maybe grab another Axeman if I can as we progress here. I just think that I feel like they do a lot of damage. So let's grab this Axeman before he disappears. Where did he go? He went right up front as well. I'm going to move him there, get him under some auras. Eventually, you know, you've got kind of, you run out of space and you're just going to have some characters in not the best positions, but it is what it is. Now, the Axeman doesn't have to synergy up because he's already the synergy upgrade. Samurai's taken quite a while, but this Guardian's almost a bulwark, so that'll help quite a bit. Having a third kind of class yelling out, tank, you know, hit me. You know, these bulwarks are cranking like 1.2. This one's got half that. So when he upgrades, he's going to get Storm Skeleton to the glossary. I thought that was somebody dying. Here, pause for a second. Yeah. So he's going to upgrade. Let's check his hit points. So he's about a million. So he's behind on the leveling a little bit. Leveling curve because we purchased him. But that's better. You know, he added almost 400,000 hit points basically. He'll be over a million soon when he keeps leveling. We're at 93, so I assume we are going to get to the end. Unless something crazy happens here. You see these screens where things stick around longer. You see the money go crazy. And it's because the physical characters are just doing so many hits, so many attacks, that they're able to, and grab this here, they're able to generate a lot of cash. So almost to ninja level. Come on, Samurai, you can do it. I'm going to go ahead and throw some frosts out there. You can do it, Samurai. These minotaurs, when they pop up, they tend to like assassinate characters. So I would really like to see this guy go up to a ninja and get some extra hit points there. I do like that Fell the Mighty from the Axeman. So we're back up to 17,000 something gems. That's quite good. So we're going to probably be closer to 19,000 or something by the time we finish this run. So Rod of Healing, I like 10% healing. That's going to double up. So it's going to do a couple things. We got clerics, we got all this healing going on down here. We also have all this healing from the healer charms, the staffs. You know, we've got, you know, these things build on each other. So being able to, being able to stack these types of bonuses is quite good. All right, almost a ninja. Even before the shift over, he's already up to what, 415. He had a little up there. So close. Come on. Here he is. Come on, ninja. So now he's got 551. And he's much faster. You see his attacks going kind of crazy there. So we're at 95. We're quickly approaching our death. So I'm going to go ahead and, well, it's almost ready to refresh. We'll see what we get and then see about doing a refresh if we don't like what we're offered. We have 8 more character slots. So I wouldn't mind trying to fill those up. Another ninja might be interesting. Another ranger has to level up. I'm going to grab the ninja. I'm going to grab this charm. So we have used our money. I'm not sure where the other ninja went here. I'm going to actually throw that ninja back here. See about that. Let's freeze a lot of people. Hopefully nobody dies before we get to the final boss here. We can crank out some more characters. Check what we got here. I'm going to do a refresh and see what we get. Swashbuckler, Shield Mage. None of them's leveled up, but it's almost 60 grand for a character now. I'm going to go ahead and get another Blood Soaked Charm. So I think I have 4 of them. So on kill, I get 8% heal. Seems pretty good. Right. Yeah. Restore 8% HP. Very, very good. And again, our money's still doing quite nice. You see the money going right back up. Oh, another thing that I didn't think about is this Frost Nova spell does pair well with the Thief's Charm because it's not killing things, right? It's just freezing things and allowing your heroes to hit with their physical attacks. So that's an interesting thought as well. Is the Frost Nova, if you're looking to make a run where you're trying to pick up every Thief's Charm, so you can generate a bunch of gold, the Frost Nova is something to look for when you're looking to get your spells. And you can get more than one spell. I just have one spell here because I think this is the most powerful spell so far. You know, there's invulnerability. There's all these other things that make folks do their ultimates, but being able to freeze like this twice and then have it regen is pretty powerful, if you ask me. You know, just go into a big group like that and say, stop doing whatever you're doing for just a little bit. And then I'm going to go over here and make them stop doing what they're planning to do. Have over 100,000 gold here. I'm going to go ahead and grab another barkeep. Or should I just do this? Well, I want some more characters, and I want this fine weapons. Let's do that. I'm just going to keep her right where she landed, actually. We're not going to be around much longer. The big boss is going to come in and smack us around here soon. Speaking of that, let's do a refresh and see if we can get some other upgraded characters. Now we have another ninja. I'm going to buy that too. Wouldn't mind picking up that plate armor as well. The ninja can just go where it goes at this point. I'm not going to fret about it. They seem pretty reasonable as far as classes that can operate on the front lines. I am going to try, maybe let's do a rogue ninja. Yeah, let's do some like big time, assassin type character. So Shadow Ronin, Archon Death. Might have had one of these before, but I don't remember. Throw there so we get under how many auras? Looks like just one. We're under a couple of auras here, so let's go there. Yeah. All right, so we're at 44. Cleric, Mercenary, Plate Armor. Yep, that's what I wanted. Okay, now we're just looking to rank for a bit. And the big bad boss should come out here soon. So we're going to end up with, 19,124 gems right now. That is quite a lot of gems to collect during a run. Beat the wave 100 in the Ruined Chapel, so we did what we needed to do there. Things are going to die. I'm going to go ahead and toss this out. So something died right there. Did you see my potion went away? We're still at 44 characters, so we only got one death out of that. You just start seeing, he just starts auto killing everybody with that beam of death. Let's just spend some money there. They're all gonna die anyways, but it's fun just pretending that we're gonna do something. You can kind of extend the run here. And clear extra waves. I think I got the way to wave 104 in the previous run, but we definitely got through it. So the chapel is doable. This Idol of Giants is really, really good, especially with some the healing buffs, and I think we've got a lot of really good items. We didn't double decker it. I was having 2 rows of items before. But we doubled up on many, many, many different items. So we got multiple copies of items, which was quite good. So good run. Now it always picks out the bard to be the most valuable hero. I don't understand that. Well, we unlocked the witch. We got the Dead Stronghold map. I think that is let's check this real quick. Yeah, this last one looks cool. I like them. Let's check out the witch. Where did she go? She's right here. All right. A sinister hexer who spreads curses and poisons, unraveling enemies until the entire field is afflicted. It's a magic hero. Curses have a chance to spread to nearby enemies when inflicted. Hex bolt. Sorry, that was Unravel Fate. That's passive. Hex bolt strikes one enemy with magical ranged hex, applying curse and poison. That's kind of cool. Ooh, look at this. Coven's Gift. Grants all allies lifesteal for a time. So she's kind of a healer and a cursor poisoner type character. Oh, I like that. I also really like the idea that they've given healing over to multiple classes. You know, in a lot of games, here's your healer, everybody else does something else. But every single one of these characters have different ways to try and heal you. You know, the apothecary, the barkeep, the witch, the priest, the cleric, the paladin. They've got healing kind of spread over so you can build different types of groupings and different types of builds to experiment a lot. I really do like that. So good job good job to the devs, creating that, that dynamic. All right, let's go back to main menu. Skill tree. What did we end up with on skill gems? 20,000. Pretty close. So this current skill tree. Again, what I said, I'm just going to go ahead and put a point here because that's something that I wanted to get done. We'll take a look at the rest, but I want to get all of these base points established here. So we have all of our characters with their skills or their buffs to their basic attributes at kind of maxed. So we've got that done now. So now we've got 14,000 to kind of fool around with. One thing I want to do is kind of get the gunslinger back as well. So we're going to do that. So we got about 7,500 left. We'll kind of experiment with that before we do the dread run. One thing to note is, I put the gunslinger back right now, but when we come back again, we can decide, do we want to have access to the barbarian? Do we want to have access to the gunslinger? Maybe we don't. Maybe we take both of those off and, look to try and force builds without them. You can turn those characters off as long as they're kind of on the side. So it's easy to turn this battle mage off too, so that anything that's at a dead end, you can just unclick them and then suddenly they're not in the party anymore. So we have one more character to get. It is the tax collector, and it will be in the Dead Stronghold, I assume. And that'll be on the next one. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know how you're doing in Legionbound. I really hope you're enjoying the game. I think it's quite good. It's a lot of fun, and I'm having a good time with it. I hope you are too. Take care, everybody.